Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show them how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show them how to act.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Jaguars going up against the Titans.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First down, Mariota. And his first pass is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's second down. From the gun, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And the offense lining up first and 10. Rookie first rounder from LSU. It's Leonard Fournette. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Flushed out right. Dumps it off to Fournette. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it third down. The starting defense for the Titans.
And the man in the spotlight for me for the Tennessee Titans defense is Jarrell Casey, their defensive tackle. Turning the Pro Bowl into a perennial visit, this guy knows how to get upfield, a penetrator, makes a lot of plays in the opposing backfield, and also is excellent in the community in the Nashville area. The Tennessee Titans, Man of the Year.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory. 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, it's Lewis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Well, nobody leaked. Big play. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. A look at the numbers last week for Dion Lewis. 18 carries, 72 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 15 carries, 56 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Fielded at the 33. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty...
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Mariota now. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, Gabbert. Trying to lay one up deep. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. It's been quite a turnaround in Jacksonville. 3-13 a year ago, a berth in this year's playoffs, ending what was a 9-year drought. They hadn't made it since 07.
Almost feels like a rebranding in Jacksonville as well, doesn't it? Because this has been a team that has been focused on trying to get the fans back, trying to get back to that winning category that they've been in for a long time, as well as they're one of the most popular teams internationally. So now you put it all together, the Jags back in the NFL playoffs.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's got Moncrief. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second down, here's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Seferian-Jenkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it. Loving it.
That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Bortles now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time to make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Second down following the incompletion. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through it.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Bortles. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Wesley Woodyard in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. Ryan Tannehill with 2 first-half touchdown passes. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he slides to avoid the hit. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Mariota on first down. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. He's got the rookie first-rounder Corey Davis. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll throw again. Mariota. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? To be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Bortles now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Arakpo from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Now Bortles. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. Ryan Tannehill with 2 first-half touchdown passes. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half. Okay, let's not waste any more time, or certainly any more of Larry's time. Let's play ball. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Walker with a grab, left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Lewis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. On second down, here's Fournette. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bortles to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First down, Mariota completes it to Marcel Reese. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, Mariota. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing, Mariota. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Suckup will put this one right through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So that's their third trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They run. This is Lewis. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they? I
love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
So 2nd and goal here from the 9. They try again with Lewis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mariota. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary 1st step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that 1st weekend. Not the worst thing in the world.
Not the worst thing in the world, but for the AFC South as a division, hoping that this will be the representative that wins that 1st round, because it's been a little while since that's happened, so they're hoping to actually use that game, get a win, and advance deeper into the playoffs. It's been a short run in recent seasons. Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'll I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Mariota now on 2nd down. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And now it's 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And he locates Walker, complete. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's good enough for a Tennessee 1st down. He's back to throw. Room here to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And now out come the Jags. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. run it again with Fournette. And an alley to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Fournette on the counter. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. A handoff to Fournette. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down. And it's in the area of holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. The goal for them wasn't to simply make the postseason. They wanted to make some noise once they got